Hello?
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 Do I have the right number?
This is Marcus Ray with the God Pill.
Hey, Marcus. This is Becky B from NYC. Before you ended the live stream, I wanted to jump on. I just want to tell you, I really appreciate the uploads. I really appreciate the lives. It's really meant a lot, especially in terms of my options education. And I'm really rooting for you.
I appreciate that so much. You've been supporting me for a long time, since I started, so I really appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to reach out before you went and spent time with your girl.
For sure.
If this hits big, I'll be sending y'all a nice gift for the wedding.
Awesome.
I really believe in you. I feel it.
Thank you so much.
I feel that energy like a law of attraction status.
That's what this is. I've been working for it for a decade, I promise. This isn't something that just I'm trying to do in overnight, you know? Like, I'm ready for this moment, so it's exciting.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you are being honest and open about your past, your present. You're keeping it real. Other people want to use that as some kind of smear attempt, but again, the research and the DD says it all.
For sure.
All that other shit is irrelevant to the current moment. It definitely was important in terms of your growth, all that struggle. And anybody that watches your videos can see that you really believe in what you're saying.
100%.
And that to me says everything that I need to know.
I appreciate that so much. I'm so glad that you can see it too. Because this is not something like, this is not about YouTube followers, and this is not about me starting a YouTube channel. Not at all.
No, listen, and that's why I'm saying, anybody that is not seeing this as an opportunity, as a gift, as a blessing, you didn't have to do any of this.
For sure.
And the fact that you are taking your time to really explain it, really show what you're doing, you're not playing any BS, you're not trying to sell some fucking channel and you know, scare tactics.
No, and if you send me money, I'm going to put it back in the stock market.
No, actually, I think I sent money to...
I'm not telling you to send me money at all. I'd rather you put it.
No,
I'd rather you put the money in the stock market. But I'm just saying, if you did, like, you know where my money's headed. I'm either getting a massage or I'm paying in stocks.
Right, and I'm totally okay with that.
For sure.
And I sent it when you were talking about what you wanted to do if things... when things pop off, all of the good that you want to do for greater man.
For sure.
And woman. And whatever
Everyone.
else they identify as.
Absolutely.
And it had something to do with a church.
So are you asking or are you... Go ahead.
No, I think it was the PayPal one where it was like, you know, I want to do all this good and I want to bring people together to do good and I want to be a leader in that. And that was something early on that I saw, and I was like, I don't even care if it's a small amount. I want to share, you know, when I see value, I want to throw something at it to show, like, I'm supporting this.
For sure. I mean, you see me on YouTube with all the super chats, right? Like, I'm the same way. I gotta, like, I can't just sit on my hands. I don't know. I always gotta be doing something. So I feel like the super chat's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, man. And it wasn't even a super chat. Like, it was something to do with with wanting to like build a church of the future. And
So I mean, I don't really
I was
care
like,
to have like necessary churches and like being like speaking from a pulpit, but ultimately I do want to bring the community together. And I feel like if we put all of our money in the same spot and we bank together all in one spot, then it kind of centralizes, like it makes us the most powerful group in the world. And basically, like it will be our, like I want it to be a religion because religion's protected in America. And yeah, I mean, I really, it doesn't have to be a church, but the idea that we're coming together and it's all community thing, like, of course, it has to be that, and it has to be a bank, and we have to make it to where we have so much power that, like, when the government says something, like, they listen to us. Like, it's our way or the highway, and they know it, and they're just trying to make us happy at that point. And because that's how we should feel. We should feel
yeah,
like our politicians are literally like waiters that like just want a really good tip, but instead it's like they're spitting in our food, you know?
yeah, man. When you talk the political stuff, me growing up in New York, where if you go downstate, it's all blue all the time. You go North New York, and the majority of are red.
For sure. And obviously
I
red and blue
personally,
can both be bad and good. And I don't hate all
right now,
Democrats. Like
I'm
a
an
lot of the
independent.
ignorant ones that are just like young and just never really got to know the truth and never really had a chance in life. Like I don't like obviously I'm going to be ready to forgive those people if they want a chance and they actually want something out of life. But yeah, I mean, I got a real problem with anyone that's like a devout communist or socialist for sure.
Right, agreed. When you were talking about individualism and how that was what founded America and allowed it to prosper,
100%.
that is 100% on point. But in my opinion, I really believe that you need to have people that have that individualist type mentality, but they also understand the merits of coming together as a collective to work towards improving their individual lives, but also the lives of those around them
Yeah, I mean,
that
when you say
also have
that,
a
all it makes
similar
me think of
vision.
is when you say that, all it makes me think of is all the rich people that I've met, and there's just not a lot of rich people I know that are really, really good people, you know? And so it's one of those things where, like, the people that got the money are the wrong people. And so,
Yeah, and listen, me growing up in New York, I was blessed because I've been able to interact with social class people from social classes of every background.
for sure.
And I know, working with a lot of people that are working down on Wall Street, a lot of them are not as happy as you would assume because people equate money with happiness, but that's not really
For
always
sure. It's
true.
like
It's
I'm
more,
chasing the millionaire, and the millionaire is chasing the 100 millionaire, and the 100 millionaire is chasing the billionaire. It's like no one's content.
yeah, and in New York, the vibe is even worse. It's bigger, 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 better, better,
For
better,
sure.
higher, higher,
Live
higher,
out to the
up, up,
maximum
up.
debt. If I
So
make 10 million a year, that means I gotta live in $100 million mansion, right? Like skyrise.
yeah, it's when I did a lot of traveling. When I hit 30, I had told myself like all my side hustles, put that money on the side, and I was like, when I turn 30, I'm taking a year off, and I'm gonna travel the world, and I'm gonna start making decisions about do I want to leave my hometown area, my
For sure.
Hudson Valley area.
That's a big
And
decision.
part of part of that was because I also wanted to get to know locals and experience their lifestyle. And that whole New York constant rat race, never content, better, better, more, bigger, 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 that does not result in like people actually being content. So to me, wealth, uh, financial wealth, is bringing me freedom. That's
100%.
what I'm looking for.
Me too.
And that's what I was just going to say. I get the vibe from you that that's also a big part of this whole situation.
Yeah.
And also your desire to keep hustling, whether it was, the insurance thing or the roofing company or whatever.
It was chasing freedom the whole time.
Your passion just clearly has shown through, and your faith and belief in what you have learned and saw, and it emits through when you upload these videos, and that has been contagious for me.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you just keep sharing the video and keep spreading the love, and I appreciate it so much.
I definitely will be, and keep being you, keep being real. Don't even waste time on these people that got stupid ass comments to make that aren't even productive.
For sure.
That's just honestly to me like stop wasting this man's time, because we're actually trying to learn here.
For sure. And I'm trying to, I hope I don't, a week from now, you guys feel like I'm just repeating myself, because it's, only so much that, evolves options, but hopefully, as everyone learns a little bit more, we can, I don't know, maybe evolve the conversation. I don't know. We'll see where this goes,
Yeah, no.
We're just having fun.
Listen, you have most certainly, when I told you I nearly fell out the chair when I made my first options play.
For sure.
I was dead serious. I was dead serious. I was sinking out of the chair, Lord, please do not let this come back and bite me on the ass. But the faith is so strong that I felt like if I didn't do it, and I was going to regret it, period. Even whether it went north, south, sideways, it didn't matter to me. I felt like I had to do that. I had to take that leap of faith, and your videos and, your sense of determination really was a confidence boost in that. And so I'm grateful, and I wanted to make sure that I hopefully got here in time before the girl got home and you had to go take care of business the right way and spend some time with her. So, again, keep doing what you're doing. I'm learning. I'm hoping other people are learning. I'm sharing it with as many people as I can. And
you're going to have to start calling in a little bit more often for me. I just got 12 subscribers since you started talking.
Well, I will do my best, because when I find somebody that I think is valuable in terms of their passion and their belief, and especially when they keep it real about their life experiences, that to me says everything. So somebody bitching about a microphone or a background, that is all irrelevant, because if they were watching you pulling up exactly what your portfolio was, exactly what trades you were making, I'm screenshotting these so that way I can see how I can mimic those plays, but based on my portfolio status, on my risk assessment.
Exactly.
And again, I hope at some point that I'm able to then feel confident enough to then share that with others. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep referring you.
I love that so much. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah. Stay up, honey.
Yep.
You got this.
We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. You know it.
And I'm looking forward to Burry finally also getting the notice that this guy is on the same page as you, And I know that we would be in good hands if you and Burry were leading those foundations by getting rid of the Fed and
That would be
actually
so
opening
awesome. That would be, that's
a
like,
real bank.
it's biblical, right?
Yeah, no, listen, anybody that has not connected the dots that this is a biblical moment where everything is like all these dates and times, and if you're not connecting those dots in the way that you are, you're blind.
For
You're
sure.
the dinosaur that DPV was talking about.
Exactly right.
So, this is an old guard, new guard transition. And I understand why a lot of people are, like what you said before. You read that Burry quote where he's like, you see something and it's real, but it's just so far out there that you can't believe that it's real.
Right. And so it's easier to attack the person with the message than it is to think about the message.
And if people are smart, they would be able to look back in history and see that the people that made the most impact were often looked at as off their rocker, as they must be on drugs, they must be drunk.
Every single one of them, right?
Every single one of them. But these are the people that brought about the most change and the most positive change for humanity as a whole, whether it be just to show them the way or to produce, works that are a source of inspiration for everyone else. So every time somebody makes a comment about you, oh, this guy's either high or he's drunk or he's crazy, to me, that's all like, yup, that means that there's, means that it's real.
Yeah, when those phone calls came in where they're like spamming me with those fake answering machine things, like that's telling me the hedgies are mad I'm talking.
Yep. And honestly, I'm surprised that they haven't shut your channel down yet.
For real. Options are so dangerous to them. I'm surprised I haven't got shut down either.
Yeah, like I shared this with one of my coworkers, and she was like, how the hell is this still up? Like, they haven't censored him? And I was like, no, but I've been screenshotting every upload that I've caught. So that way, if they do, we still have the roadmap.
For sure.
Going forward.
That's awesome. And I have a Discord on my description now, so obviously if YouTube went down, like I try to talk to you guys there. And then the last place, like if you're subscribed on Reddit for r/GME, like that would probably be my last go-to place if everyone else blocked me.
All right, that's good to know. Yep. I'm definitely gonna sign up for the Discord.
Awesome.
I've only found 2 other people that I thought were like worth getting involved in those communities, and it's because they're not, starting off by monetizing their YouTube channel and hyping up things that they can't even explain to you the basic chart analysis.
So I was planning on monetizing my YouTube channel. I just can't do it till I get 1,000 subscribers. But I'm definitely not like in this for the YouTube money. I'm just gonna drive this. I'm gonna try to make this as big as I can until the whole thing pops and we actually make our real money. But then like after that, I'm probably gonna ghost for like a year or something.
Yeah, well-deserved ghost. Well-deserved ghost. However, I really think that, just the origins of why you felt compelled to create this channel, like that to me is like everything.
Yeah, if you can tell by like how it's set up, this isn't my forte and it's not exactly something I wanted to do, but I felt like I had to do this. Like, I felt like it wasn't going to happen until I started, like, preaching the message,
Yeah, and spending the time learning about something that, we weren't exactly taught whether through school or if you didn't come from a background where your family had wealth or really had much in terms of like good financial role modeling.
For sure.
You know, I read a statistic recently that 47% of Americans even own one share of a stock. And I believe that, again, old guard, new guard, things are changing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, you know, you kind of saw that and said, I'm going to educate myself, which is exactly what I started doing. So, you know,
it's the only way.
Finding resources like you and like Denwo's chart reading, it's really been a huge difference for me in terms of like confidence building and, you know, kind of getting through that fog of misinformation.
100%.
So please keep sharing and speaking truth to power, and you know, let these people. The more people hate, the more people got comments, the more they're like, yeah, this person's onto something, and
sure.
I'm not capable of seeing it. But
the FUD is always a good sign. It means you're working.
Yeah, man.
We'll take it.
Just like you said, that news report would be the best possible thing to happen. Like, yeah, shit on me in the news, because you know what? Then the message gets spread even more.
For sure.
So, yeah, I just wanted to reach out and say thank you, because it really is important. And share.
Absolutely,
Anyone that's on the chat, share. And the more they see how passionate you are and how informed you are and how much you're putting on the line, the fact that your sister was willing to give you that seed money to get you started, for someone to have that much faith in you, says so much right there.
Yeah, it really is a miracle story. Like, everything about it is just like defying the odds.
Yeah. And it's because, like you said, you have good work ethic and you want something, you go after it.
I sure do.
Even if that means losing, you know, everything to fall on your face to learn that lesson, to get back up and keep going. I've done that so many times, it's not even funny, but I'm always going to get back up. I'm always going to be on my grind, and I'm always going to seek knowledge in that which I don't know.
I'm the same way. Learn until we die.
And I really don't think that our mainstream, our elite, even our education system, they don't want citizens to be literate when it comes to finances.
100%.
They're still working on that industrial, let's make these factory workers.
The problem is most of our adults don't even have a financial education. Like, I mean, you can find a doctor that doesn't know anything about money, you know, and money's not even that complicated. It's just, it was never taught to us, and it's so sad.
No. And when I was teaching high school seniors life skills, and I would, you know, say things to them that no one else was saying, like, you don't have to go to college to have a successful career. Like, sometimes you just need life experiences unless you find something that you're really passionate about.
Yep.
And you think it's worth investing in that education.
Yeah, college isn't always the wrong thing, but, like, if you're going and you don't know what to do, like, that's not always the right answer, that's for sure.
No, man, that's how they trap us with student debt. And that's how we have our generation has just been getting screwed more and more. And that's how we have these 70, 80-year-olds setting policy that's going to negatively impact the rest of us once they're long gone.
Yep.
So,
And that's why we
you
took
know,
all of our money and we threw it into GME and AMC and said, we're not having it.
yeah, definitely facts. And I'm hoping that people, the more that this gets out, the more people are going to realize that there is truth in numbers, that there is power in numbers. You cannot deny those things. The mainstream media can try and suppress it as much as they want, but we're too connected at
It's
this
already
point.
fire, exactly. It's wildfire, and they can keep like trying to dim it down, but it's way stronger than they ever imagined. So we're winning. I feel like we've already won, and it's just a matter of time. Like it's one of those things where you don't lose until you sell, and I feel like I'm already rich even though I haven't sold, right? Like
Yeah, and those options contracts really are a peace of mind. Like they give me a peace of mind
For
just
sure.
knowing that that's there.
Yep.
Just knowing that that's there. And you know, in the same way as you, I'm looking for financial wellness as a means to freedom, but also as a means to pay it forward to the people that had it denied from them. So I put myself through college so I could teach kids the life skills that I wasn't taught at home, including basic financial literacy. And, you know, I regret a little bit at this point that I didn't push myself into learning more about trading and stocks.
I'll tell you, it was a hard journey, and I had to lose a lot of money. So you probably saved yourself a lot of stress. And now we're here, so don't even worry about it. No regrets.
No, listen, I got no regrets. I still have students. I stopped teaching like 4 years ago, but all those kids got one of my emails, and I still to this day get messages from these kids that are now in their like mid-20s, late 20s.
That's awesome.
Oh, can you send me that packet on credit? Can you send me that packet on auto loans? Can you send me on resumes, cover letters, business plans, whatever? And I couldn't be happier.
For sure, you must have spent a lot of time with your kids if they're if they're always trying to nag you like that. They must feel really close to you.
No, they knew that I genuinely cared.
For sure.
About them going forward, and I always made sure to let them know that I was an asset.
That makes sense.
That I was a resource, and I wasn't going anywhere. And, you know, I really feel like people like you that are uploading these videos and doing these live chats, even with all the naysayer BS and whatever, you're really doing a public service. And I know it can be frustrating at times, especially when you've got somebody like me that's like, oh, I'm going to have a heart attack if I put this option in.
For sure.
But, the way you have, it just radiates when you talk about it. Your conviction is there. If anybody does not see that conviction and think to themselves, he has something here, it's their loss. And hopefully they'll come back and be ready to show some respect on that.
Hopefully. But if not, we'll be rich at least.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to go get some dinner now. I appreciate the call so much.
And make sure you tell your girl that us viewers are thankful that she's open to you spending time helping us.
For sure.
And, you know, I know partnerships are important. And the whole
Well, she works as a paralegal from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I actually get like all the market hours to myself mostly. But The last, like, she has been home for an hour, I think, so she is ready for me to come hang out with her.
Yeah, man, you gotta take care of your lady.
Oh yeah,
And
gotta
yes,
keep her happy.
$100,000. Yes, $100,000 is one way of taking care of her, but spending that time together is more important.
For sure, I gave her the 100,000, and then we went into a spa day at the Royal Palms in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we got another spa day planned this Saturday. So we spend lots of time together, and
Well,
we're gonna go get some dinner right now.
well deserved. Thanks again.
Thank
And
you.
I will be tuning in. If I can, I will be tuning in.
For sure, I'll be back at 9:15 Eastern time tomorrow. If anyone wants to be on, maybe like 5-10 minutes later than that, but before the market opens for sure. Thank you so much, Bev.
All right. Thanks, babes. Have a good night.
You too. I'll see you later.
Take care.
Bye.